Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. And come on, get out of the house. Come on. Oh, you don't have time? We'll make time. Come on. You can come out of the house. Come out here and get out in nature. Really, you will. Your body, your mind, your spirit will thank you later, and you'll have to say thank you, Starlight. I really needed to get out. You know, I've been trapped in my own house, my own place. You know, I need air. I need to be around animals, and maybe, you know, out in nature somewhere. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Don't forget also the notification bell. Whoops, that way you don't miss any videos. Plus, you can leave me a message. You could leave me a message down there twice. And you could share my videos with your family, your friends, 2 squirrels running around a tree, and some crows that are grabbing garbage out of the garbage can. Plus, don't forget, you could check out my playlist, and you could follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, here we are. Today I really wanted to talk to you about focusing on what is going on right in your life. You know, what is going good for you, you know. And it's so easy to focus on the bad things, but what is going good for you right now? Think of all of the things. And Starlight is really good about this. You know, I am being grateful all the time. I'm talking to God, the universe, every day about, like, this shirt. Look at this. I am so grateful I got this beautiful top. You know, I needed some clothes. I've been asking God for clothes. You know, I didn't know. I went into a food pantry to get some food, and somebody said that they actually might have clothes there. So I took a chance. I'm like, hey, do you guys have any clothes, you know, like free clothes? And this is what Starlight, you know, a whole matching set, you know. So I am so grateful. Think of all the things that is going right in your life. Sorry, I'm like, this table here is messing me up a little bit. Think of all the wonderful things. What kind of people do you have in your circle? I have one person in my circle, you know, and I love that person. That person has been there, and so I am grateful for that one person that's there for me, you know. And I am grateful for all of you that have been there and supporting, the ones that have been following Starlight from the beginning, or even you jumped in through the time. I might have met you in person. I met lots of people in person that is on my YouTube channel. So thank you. I am grateful for the ones that watch my videos, the ones that leave me a message down below, the ones that subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all. You know, I am grateful, you know, for Mother Earth. You know, I am grateful for my family, even though I don't see them a lot. You know, I learned a lot from my family. You know, so what is going good for you? I am grateful for the vehicle that I have, that I can drive. I am grateful that I have a place to sleep. So think of all, just right now, just think, you know, in your head, do you have a place to sleep at night? Yeah? Okay, good. Think of that, you know. Instead of thinking of all the things that are going bad for you, think of all the awesome things that are going great. You know, I have somebody out there that loves me unconditionally. He's always got my back. I am grateful for the archangels that are always, they're out there protecting my ass. So what kind of people do you have in your life? You know, it might not even be your family. You might have a neighbor that has always been there for you, or, it might be a family member. Think of all the great things that you got going on. Do you have any pets? I don't want to hear any complaining right now. All I want to hear is what is going great for you right now. Do you have food in your house? Hey! Yay! Yes! Good! How's your health? Oh, hey, I said no complaining. Now, I have to say, not all the time, but, maybe 50% of the time, if we have health problems, we cause those problems. Not all the time. Did you hear me? I said not all the time. By stressing out all the time, we can cause more problems with our body. If we stress out when we're worrying and we're in fear and not, focused on trusting and believing, we can add problems. When we're not eating healthy, that can cause problems with our body, and our mind and our way we think, but think of the positive things. Some of you are complaining about some health problems, but did you cause that problem? Or is it something in your genes, something in your family, something that you couldn't help, something that you were born with? That's a different story. But think of the things that you're grateful for. Think of the, other parts of your body that's going good. Can you see? I know people that can't see. I got family members that cannot see. I used to work for handicapped people. I loved that job. And I got to see a lot of stuff. I've seen people in my past on this journey here, I've seen people that were in a wheelchair and their spirit was good. You got all your legs, right? I seen a dog out here. A man was walking his dog. They actually had something they made for the dog because he can't walk. And I talked to that man. I was like, "Aw, you were so sweet that you're here for that dog." A lot of people would have ended that dog's life, He would have been going to doggy heaven. But there was somebody that cared so much, they were willing to go out of their way to help that doggy out. How about, like the place that you live? Do you have a home? There's some people, they don't have a home. Always be grateful for all the things. What is going right in your life? You woke up this morning, right? Some people didn't. So I've been around a lot of people that have had a lot of health conditions, and I am so grateful I got both my legs. I am so grateful I got both of my arms. Some of you, like I've met people where they're like, "Wow, you know what? How the heck?" I've had men say this to me on this journey here. I had a man not too long ago, like, he didn't even know, he would never even guess that I'm living in my car. And after we were talking for a while, and then, like, he felt my energy, and I was so positive. It was right at this park at nighttime. And he's like, and then he found out that I'm living in my car. But his energy is, he's not the only guy, but he was like, "You, really? Your energy is way up here." And so he was going through shit. And he's like, pretty much like, and here I'm complaining. Here she's not complaining about her situation. And she's full of energy, and I can feel it. Isn't that something? I could be happier than a person that's got lots of money and is miserable. I realize money isn't the key. Money is great. I'm abundant and I am rich, but that's not going to bring happiness, only temporarily, Yeah, hey, like I went out and bought something, and then after a while it gets old. It starts, like, depending on the fabric, you wash it too many times, or lint starts sticking, like, Starlight's got some clothes like that. That's why I need new clothes, is because of the lint. So, and I've had that top for years. And I am so grateful that I was able to find something that I loved. So you might be looking at other people like your neighbors and like, hey, my life sucks, but look at what all they have. Look at their beautiful house. Look at their beautiful car. Look at they're married. You don't even know what's going on in the house. Have you been around them? You don't know what they're going through in their house. You might think, yeah, they got the perfect life, but you don't know what's going on in the house. People are so good at wearing a mask. And it's like an acting show, It's like, yeah, let's get out. We're gonna, because we're always aware that people could be watching us outside of our own home. That's why Starlight never wanted to live in town, because Starlight likes that private life, I want to go outside in the backyard, butt naked, and get a suntan. Can you do that at your house? I want to just like, Starlight's getting a full body tan. I don't want to go in one of those boxes, and I don't trust those boxes. I'd rather get a full body tan outside. But am I going to do that out in the middle of town somewhere, like with my neighbors? So be grateful of all, the more we're grateful, God will bless us with more stuff. Yesterday I went to a food pantry, right? And I noticed, I'm like, they don't have, like last time I went there, they had lots of food. I mean, boxes and boxes and boxes. And this time I noticed, there's not a lot of boxes this time. And then, I was getting in line and I had a number written on my hand, what was my number? The first time was 80, this time was 60. What does the number 60 mean? So anyway, I'm getting in line and I heard somebody complaining about, yeah, we're not going to get that much this time. I'm like, Starlight's just happy to receive what I'm going to get. And just like when I need gas money, there's people that will, and it's the way God does things. I'll be looking for gas money, trying to get gas money because I need it. This is what God has let me do. I got God's permission. I don't need your permission to go get gas money. Some of you might be jealous at Starlight because how she's doing this, but hey, this is how God wants me to do things. So anyway, I gotta move this a little bit. Nope, that's not the right way. So there's times that men or women will say, hey, I really don't have a whole lot of money, but here it will be change. And I'm like, hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Because you know what I know? If I'm not grateful for maybe it's like even less than $1 of change that person was willing to actually help Starlight out with, God's not going to bless me with more. God's going to like, Starlight, sorry, but you weren't even happy with what I just gave you. I just gave you, I just gave you, like $1 and change. And so I learned really quick. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because they didn't have to do that. God is the one doing this. When these people give me money, it's God working through them to bless me with the money I receive. So if I'm not grateful for that $1 change, and I could have took that change like just $1, you couldn't give me, I have done this to people. People have come up to me before needing money, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is what I have. So be grateful. Think of all the many blessings. I'm sorry. This is just I might have to change this up a little bit. So be so grateful of what is going right in your life, like your health. Be grateful for the food that you have. The more grateful that you are, the more God is going to pour it on. If you're not grateful for the little things, you're not going to get any, So count your many blessings, and it's not just, it's also about your protection. It's not just about financial stuff. And how about the things that you got through that you didn't think, you didn't think you were going to get through, and God helped you to get through? Those are blessings, So be grateful that, hey, I didn't know how I was going to get through that mess. I'll tell you what, when I got out of a cult church a long time ago, I was so grateful. It might have took me some time to get out of that, but I did get free. I'm not still there anymore. So really, instead of focusing on all the things that are not going right for you, is really thank God for all. I'm sorry, this is just not the right lighting here. And I'm at a wrong angle. Thank God for all the many blessings and things that you have, like your health. You're able to eat your food with your own teeth. Some of you don't even have teeth. That you're able to smell things in the air, and hear things, and taste things, see things. You might have children. Be grateful that you have children. Not everyone can have children. Starlight desires more children. But Starlight, you already have two, so Starlight. No, I love children. So instead of thinking of complaining about the weather all the time, I just heard somebody today. This is how they do it. I hear it's gonna rain tomorrow. Good, we need it. I'm from New York. New York gets rain. Out here where I am, I haven't even seen it rain yet. So yeah, like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, you don't want to be around that person. It's like, hey, tomorrow's raining. Good. I'm going to say good. I'm glad it's raining tomorrow. We need it. When you do that enough times to somebody, they won't come to you and complain about the weather anymore. Like, don't say anything to her because she's going to say a positive. And that's happened to me before when I would try to say something, and then, I thought that I would get them to agree with me and say something with Starlight, and then it went backfire on Starlight, and I'm like, I'm not going to tell that person that anymore, because if I say something negative, they're going to say something positive, and that's how you shut those people out, is when they say a negative, replace it with a positive. Bam! They'll be like, huh? You're supposed to agree with me about the negative thing I'm talking about, but you didn't. You actually said something positive. Now, that's just not how I wanted. I wanted to talk about negative shit. I wanted to, let's sit here and talk about negative stuff for an hour. And it is important, though. We do have to pay attention to things out in the world, so we can fix it. But you don't want to just dwell on the bad news on the news all the time, and say, oh yeah, we got to move on with that. And I know we just had a fire out here, but think of all, the positive that came out of the fire out here. And I just talked to somebody the other day. I said, you could always get a positive out of a negative. And I learned that from my mentor. And how do you get a positive out of people losing their homes? Well, think about all the people that are helping out. There's lots of people that, even in restaurants, they're like, hey, if you are a person that was in a fire, you could come to our restaurant and we will actually give you food. There's people out there that, hey, if you, the community opened up, this is where we need. And it's horrible that we have to have something horrible to happen for people to actually open up their hearts and express love out to these people. So yeah, it's a horrible thing. But it actually is having the community to open up their hearts to people because they realize, oh my, you lost everything. I have something I can help you with. So anyway, I love you so much, and I'm sorry about the light here. And I love you so much. You can give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got to be careful because it's getting a little breezy out here. But be grateful. Think of all the good shit going on. You got your kids, maybe, whoever you have in your life, be grateful that they're still here. And, really, if you got people in your life and they're loving and supporting you, be there for them because you don't know how long they're going to be around. I love you. be grateful for all what's going on. Don't focus on really all the negative stuff. You can always work on those things, but focus more on what's going good in your life instead of focus more on the bad. I love you so much, and it's easy to complain. We all can do it. But look for good things. Look for the good in people. Look at, look what they're doing right. When I go out here, I see people jogging, exercising. I'm like, yes, yes, give thumbs up when you see, yes, you're out here hiking. Yes, you're out here exercising. Yes, you're out there picking up your dog's shit. I've actually have done that. I've actually have come up to people and like, hey, thank you for picking up your dog doo-doo. That inspires, that's encouraging. I'm like, yeah, she said, good job. So anyway, shit happens, right? So anyway, I love you. You can give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a message down below. Don't forget the notification bell, and you can check out my playlist. Plus, follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K, Ding the Starlight. I love you all. This is Starlight. I love you all. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.